healthy meals, meal prep recipes, Instant Pot, air fryer. And I help busy moms who struggle to get dinner on the table, because that was me. And meal prep has helped me a lot with that. So I have a lot of recipes, and I also run meal prep challenges to help people get like a little boost of confidence that they need to feel confident. Because when you start meal prep, it can be a little overwhelming. So that's what it does, just to give you that boost of confidence. And that's pretty much it. So before I started working with Jadah, I was in hustle mode 24/7. I was working all day, and then I would work in the evenings, and I would often squeeze in some work on the weekends. I was doing everything myself. I had a few people working for me, just like a few hours a week, and I just really needed to hand things over, but I didn't really know where to start with that. I felt completely overwhelmed because a lot of what I did was just up in my brain, and I didn't even know how to get help at this point. So yeah, and I was starting to really burn out. I've been doing this for years, so I just really needed some help in getting help. So I wanted to work with her for a few years before I actually pulled the trigger. I had a baby, and I really wanted to wait till everything settled and I could 100% focus on, getting the most out of her coaching. And I also did hesitate a little bit on the cost at first, because it is quite an investment. But I will say, after doing this, just renewing for my third stretch of coaching with her, that it's like the best money that I've spent. So the first result, over time, I did get that like weight off my shoulders of stopping doing everything myself. Jadah helped me just like get the things out of my brain and put them down in steps. So that was something we worked on, was writing out all the processes in the business and just documenting everything, and shooting screencast videos so that when I did get the help I needed, that there's everything they needed right there for them to take over. And then also helping me through the hiring process was big, because I had previously hired people that were working for multiple other people. And I kind of wanted to have someone who was just dedicated to me, and I could train them up exactly how I wanted, and just have them do things exactly how I wanted them done, and not worry that their attention was spread thin amongst multiple people. So Jadah really helped me get the confidence I needed to do the interviewing process, because that was something I was really nervous about. And also so she gave me the confidence to do it, but then also there's like that accountability factor, because she's going to ask you about it next month. you want to have something to show. So I needed that. I needed the accountability factor. And then after going through it one time, I just felt so much more empowered. So the next, I had to go through it again. I've hired 2 new people this spring, and it was just so much easier having gone through it already. It was like so much more confident. I knew what to do, and it just wasn't a big deal this time. So those were 2 things. And then the third thing was just really helping me take time for my own self-care, because I really let that slide. It's so easy. That's like the first thing to go when you're hustling. You just let the self-care slide. So and Jadah always has some good suggestions and just like things to experiment with and play around with and find out what works best for you. So those were 3 things that she really helped me with. Like 3 months after my first hire, and she was really in the group and really like getting things done, and I wasn't having to check up on her all the time, and just that like feeling of things were getting done but I wasn't doing them. I love that feeling. It's kind of addictive, and you start to think, what else can I outsource? So that was the moment for me. After every time we have a call, I leave feeling calm and collected and like motivated. I mean, our call this past month, I was feeling kind of like I hadn't accomplished as much as I was hoping, and I was feeling kind of down about it. And she had me list out everything I had done this quarter. And just looking at the list of what I'd accomplished this quarter was like, okay, you know what? I've done more than I thought. And I left feeling so much more uplifted. So yeah, I just love the feeling I have after we get off our call and I'm like ready to tackle the next month. But also it's just so nice feeling like you have someone in your corner to support you. And you know, like blogging can be pretty solitary sometimes, so having that person in your corner is so good. I mean, she's helped me with so many things, but the one that really sticks out to me is during the lockdowns in 2020, because I was seeing a huge loss of traffic and revenue, and I was freaking out a little bit about it. And there's so much uncertainty and so many things out of my control. And she was just so calming, and she gave me the perfect book to read. She always has like the perfect book. I don't know, she must have a library up there, and she just like knows which one to take out. So she gave me the perfect book, and it was all about just like surrendering to the things you can't control. And it just was like a total mindset shift for me, and I was able to just get back into the things I could control and just focus on those. And that was so helpful for me. I feel very clear on that I don't have to do everything in my business, and in fact I shouldn't be doing everything, and that there is the right person for every job. Because there's been some times that I've tried to outsource things and it didn't work out, and then I go, maybe I can't outsource that, maybe that's something I have to take back myself. Jadah says, no, there's the right person, you just have to find them. And one example is post writing, like writing up recipe posts. I thought that was something I could never outsource, but I've just found the most perfect person who is just like taken over. It's like, okay, you're right. Yeah, like there is the person, you just have to find the right fit. So yeah, really not doing everything myself, but also trying to fit in like small forms of self-care has been really big for me. I have recommended her, and I would recommend her to people who are in that hustle, who need to find the balance. I mean, I'm not saying I've found balance. I think it's always going to be a work in progress, but I feel like I'm so much closer than I was before. So yeah, I highly recommend her. And just also for that whole like all-encompassing mindset plus strategy, you know, because running a business is so much about mindset. And so sometimes you just, you know, need somebody to sound ideas off of. Yeah, but mostly the hustle thing, because I feel like Jadah has helped me so much with that. I mean, honestly, I would just say it's been like the best money I've spent in my business, honestly. And it's just so great to have Jadah in my corner. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I mean, she's great.